From Newton Park here in Lakeville, Indiana, RRSN.com in conjunction with Regional Radio Sports presents the 2013 Boys Class 1A Regional Semifinal. We're in the second game of our twin bill. The Mishawaka Marian Knights take on the Boone Grove Wolves. Good evening, everybody. Mike Knezovich along with Tony Miller to bring you all exciting play-by-play action in this matchup between the Knights and the Wolves. The Boone Grove Wolves checking in with a record of 16-2-0, and the Mishawaka Marian Knights coming in with a mark of 12-7-0. We want to thank the folks that are making today's broadcast possible here on RRSN.com and Regional Radio Sports for the 2013 season, and they include the Revolution Football Club. Want to thank them along with the Boone Grove Soccer Boosters, proud supporters here of student athletes on RRSN.com. I bring in my broadcast partner, Tony Miller, and we just seen the Andrean 59ers punch their ticket to the regional championship, and now a very interesting matchup here between the Wolves and the Knights.
Boone Grove and Mishawaka Marian, one team in Boone that hasn't played on this field for 2 years. They lost in a regional semifinal in 2011. Marian has never played a regional here, but they've played on this field pretty recently. They won their sectional right in front of us here 5 days ago, one Saturday afternoon, as they knocked off John Glenn by the count of 6-0.
Let's take a look at the starting lineups for both of these ball clubs. First of all, for the Mishawaka Marian Knights, they come in with that record of 12-7-0, and they are coached by Ben Hausholter, veteran coach for the Knights. They come in with their forward tandem of Cruz Alvarez, a junior, along with Augie Hartnagel, a sophomore. The midfield will be Kevin Torres, Richie Ontiveros, Isaac Torres, and Kyle Killaway, a sophomore. And the back line will be Eric Fagley, Christian Verstate, Jared Henry, and Zach Combs, with Chris Coulter, the senior between the pipes, with 6 shutouts on the season, along with 77 saves. The Mishawaka Marian Knights are right now going from right to left on your radio dial and laptop, and the Boone Grove Wolves in the opposite direction, as they were going to go with a throw-in deep in their own zone. We're going to take a look at the starters here for the Boone Grove Wolves, coming in with a record of 16-2 on the season, and the Boone Grove Wolves right now on a 15-game winning streak after a 1-2 start. So far side throwing on the play now. And it goes back deep into the territory. Is now coming in with the throw-in will be for the Knights, as now the ball is knocked down to the defense and picked back up in the offensive third on the play by Nick Acevedo. Now they go give and go off the far side. The Knights, as we mentioned, on that left side right now with Hartnagel. He's on the wing on the play as he's got his back to the defense over there on the far side. We've got blue and white all over the place tonight, Tony.
Yeah, Boone Grove in the Boone Grove's in the white with the blue shorts, but Marian in solid blue. They've got the white strip with their logo across the front of the uniform. As we've got a lot of blue and a lot of white, and I just had a Bethel game earlier this week, and so a lot of blue and white in the world of soccer right now.
The Boone Grove Wolves, 76 goals for, only 23 goals against on the season. And meanwhile, the Knights at 58 goals for and 27, so they've outscored their opponents by about a 2-1 margin so far this year. Midfield third now on the play to Isaac Torres for the Knights. Good job by Boone Grove to thwart that foray. The winner of this game will take on the Andrean 59ers on Saturday night. Andrean with a 1-0 victory over the Wheeler Bearcats. Now Hartnagel got his pocket picked there defensively by the Wolves, and it will be a throw-in. Good play defensively once again by Austin Rocha, who Coach Brian Sherwin talked about in the pregame interview. We'll try to get a snippet of that here and there for you. Now a pass now at the 18, trying to seal off, and a good job defensively there by the Wolves, Austin Aguilera. Mishawaka Marian going from left to right. Boone Grove in the opposite direction. Now an opportunity in the box on the play. Good job on the weak side by Boone Grove's Rocha to cover up. And now they call a push in the back on the Mishawaka Marian Knights. So a foul on the team from the Northern Indiana Conference. It'll be a free kick now for the Wolves. And let's take a listen to Brian Sherwin as he talked a little bit in the pregame show about his team's season for Boone Grove.
Back here at the pregame show on RRSN.com and Regional Sports. Brian Sherwin, the head coach of the Boone Grove Wolves, is going to join us here. And, Coach, congratulations on the sectional championship wins over Oregon Davis, along with the Hebron team that had a great year this season under Ziggy. 16-2 on the campaign. Now let's talk about the whole body of work now. 15 consecutive victories after that 1-2 start for you guys.
Yeah, we knew it was coming into the season that it was going to be really hard right off the bat, and we knew we were playing some really hard teams. And I love having those guys right off the bat because it teaches us a lot about us before we go into conference play. And Chesterton and Crown Point really did teach us a lot about what we needed to work on, and we went ahead and worked on it, and were able to put in 15 wins since we played Crown Point. So it's been a great season.
Only one senior in the starting lineup, Coach, so that's another thing that's got to really bode well for you guys for the future. But the other thing, the maturity level of these kids and how they bought into the system and played well after that rough start.
Yeah, I mean, the seniors that we have, do their job. They play really hard, but I've got a really good junior class that really has worked hard this year, just in the off season and going into this season. So it's been great, and I do look forward to this game and even next year.
The underclassmen, whenever they get between the pipes, sometimes it can be very intimidating. But Nate Miller, as a junior, has done a great job for you with 8 shutouts, 100 saves on the season. I'd like you to touch base on him as well as those 4 guys that you rotate on the back line and are doing a great job keeping the opponents at bay.
All right. Well, Nathan Miller, this is his 3rd year starting at varsity. He came in right after Garrett Wardell graduated, and he had to start right as a freshman. So this is his 3rd regional appearance, and I know he's definitely ready to go. Just the defense has been fantastic with Austin Roach in the back. He's so calm, just plays with just so smart when he's back there, and paired up with Kaminsky at stopper, who, what a combination of guys. And then when my 2 wing guys, I've got Schaefer and Matt Wright, just great players. Matt Wright really helped. Most of the time, he'll start our offensive attack when he collects the ball on his side, and it's something we've been missing, was starting our attack right from defense, and it's been really nice to have those guys back there.
That was Brian Sherwin, the fine head coach of the Boone Grove Wolves, joining us here on the pregame show. Although it's not pregame anymore, it's about 5 minutes in and a scoreless tie. Corner kick opportunity now for the Boone Grove Wolves as they'll be looking for Aguilera and company in the box. Gets through a couple defenders. Opportunity on the far side, and a good job by the Knights to clear it out of harm's way as that back line comes to the forefront of Fagley, Verstay, along with Henry and Combs.
And Mike, while we were in that pregame interview, where it was Andrew Holmes, who got a yellow card with 4:46 going the match, looked like it was a dissent issue, mouthing off to the official, but he's in the book, and of course one more of those, and his team will have to play a man short, which is not really something you want to do in the regional semifinals.
No, not that, and of course also possibly losing the service for the regional championship game as well. In fact, there's an opportunity for Marian, but again, they're offside. That's the 3rd offside call here on Hartnagel in the early going, Tony.
Yeah, third offside of the night, and in fact, guaranteed to lose him for the regional final if he's sent off, because the yellow card count now resets for the tournament, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And situation there where we had a couple cards on each side for the Wheeler-Andrean game earlier tonight. Now a long centering pass on the play, looking for Cameron Varlin. Varlin now gives way on the play to Jared Ritt off the left wing, and now it will be a throw in here for the Wolves, as they've got some firepower up top with Nick Acevedo, number 11. With 15 goals and 20 assists on the season, Andrew Holmes. Now a laser beam is knocked away by Coulter, but they're going to call it offside on the shot that time in the central midfield area off the foot of David Holmes. That was a rocket.
That's Roberto Santos in the center this evening, but I guess it's not really the center official that makes a difference on the offside call anyway. But I think we've already seen more of those in the first 10 minutes or so here than we saw in all of game number 1.
Going to be a throw-in now off the far side for the Knights. It'll be number 7, Kevin Torres, a sophomore, that will do the honors. And now a substitution is they'll bring Zach Combs back in after the card. He'll replace Jack Ravato, the senior. Reverse header now knocked down defensively by Boone Grove and kicked out of there nicely by Austin Rocha. He's the fine defenseman that Brian Sherwin talked about in that back line. Andrean with a 1-0 victory. They got the goal by Eric Getzloff off a corner kick. Now here's Acevedo off the far side, gets some midfield support, but the Wolves had to come back onside. FC Revolution, a premier soccer club serving the Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland area, provides a local avenue of advancement for players, parents, and coaches looking to take their game to the next level. 3 new practice fields are currently in place at Hebron High School, as now Acevedo gets called offside for training and support, with open tryouts coming up this Sunday, October 20th, for ages 14 to 19. Check them out on the web at revolutionsoccer.info. That's revolutionsoccer.info, or call 219-240-5072 for more information. FC Revolution wishes their premier players Nico Acevedo, Austin Aguilera, and Brad Kaminsky, and the rest of the Boone Grove Wolves the best of luck in their quest for Class 1A Boys Soccer Regional Championship success. Great job by Ziggy and the club for stepping up and supporting their fellow Porter County Conference rival in this regional action going on right now today. Special thanks to him, as well as the Hebron soccer community. Great season for the Hawks this season. I think I had them at about 10-6-1 on the campaign, and had a tie that they were not able to decide in the Northwest Indiana Soccer Conference, but nonetheless a great year, and they're looking for great things to come in the future of that program. Here it's scoreless. The winner of this game will take on the Andrean 59ers, and look who's that interested spectator there in the front row, Tony.
Would you be referring to, say, Pete Reese?
Coach is watching everything out there right now and trying to see who his opponent is going to be coming up on Saturday. Knocked down to the defense now by the Knights. They got a tall drink of water in the back, as again they're offside. And that's Christian Verstate, a senior. So both of these teams, Tony, playing that offside trap. They're trying to keep that back line up and creating those offside situations.
Well, it's worked. We are just a few seconds short of 10 minutes gone in the game. We have had 6 offside flags.
Now there's a reverse header off the left wing on the play to Kevin Torres. Torres with a centering pass, knocked down at the 18 by a sliding Matt Wright for the Boone Grove Wolves. Now they come on the counter on the play with Nathan Anderson. Centering pass in the midfield third on the play. They go on the left wing now to Jared Witt for the Wolves. Now looking in the offensive third for Cameron Varlin. Varlin, the guy that really takes the set pieces for the Boone Grove Wolves, their corner kicks. And now it will be a throw-in here for the Knights from Mishawaka Marian, going from left to right.
Fired that one up, hit the front of the press box. It looked like, thankfully, that window was closed.
A couple more feet down, and we'd be looking at shaking camera.
Yeah, it was over there to our left, I think.
Now trapping it is Torres, going off the right wing on the play to Killaway. Back over to Torres, one-timer knocked down defensively by the Wolves. Now they go to the right side now to Zach Combs. Combs, the fullback, had his pocket pick. Acevedo couldn't control for Boone Grove. Now far side opportunity now, trying to get by the defense, and they run out of real estate. Good job by Kevin Torres to create the corner for Mishawaka Marian. Doing the honors now for the Knights, and coming in for the corner will be number 9. That's Kyle Killaway, a sophomore.
We played 12 minutes, still looking for our first shot on goal this evening. Really looking for about our first shot, period.
And the Knights now going with a quartet of players as they run up on the Killaway cross, trying to go to the far side. And the header goes Aaron on the play. It was number 23 getting in there. That was Augustin Hartnagel. a sophomore forward for Mishawaka Marian. The Boone Grove soccer parents and boosters want to congratulate the Boone Grove Wolves on a great year. Vicki and James Ohms, the parents of Andrew and David Ohms. Marco and Colette Perez, the proud parents of Matt Perez. Amy Rocha, along with Bev Bashia, the mother and grandmother of Austin Rocha, would like to wish the coaches Brian Sherwin and Marco Perez and the boys Boone Grove Wolf team good luck at regionals today. The parents are proud of their success and getting here, and also the school's third trip in the last 3 years. Congratulations on a 16-2 record and an enjoyable season to watch.
Well, crossed up to the top of the box. Looked like, I can't read what that said. Anyway, definitely a Marian player getting a head on it, but knocked away from the goal.
That was a great job on the left side there by number 7. That was Kevin Torres creating all that havoc. We're still in a scoreless tie right now, as right now the Boone Grove Wolves are going to go with the throw-in deep in their own zone. So Andrean has punched their ticket, is getting set to come back into the lineup for the Wolves is going to be Andrew Ohms. He is a junior midfielder. It's going to be a throw-in now here for Mishawaka Marian, 5-3 in that tough Northern Indiana Conference. And a conference with Elkhart Central, with Penn. A lot of tough teams in that conference, St. Joseph's. Now a counter on the play, and you could hear all the way up here Nick Acevedo going with some cleat-to-cleat contact out there, and he came up a little bit limping on that play. Torres now with a reverse pass on the play, knocked down defensively by Brad Kaminsky for the Wolves. Now picked back up in the midfield third on the play by Hartnagel for the Knights. Looking now on the pass on the play. Miller decides to stay free on the play. A takedown in the goal box. They say play on. There's a great opportunity there for Cruz Juarez. But Boone Grove dodged a bullet that time because Nate Miller was kind of in between on the come out.
Yeah, he came out, ended up having it deflected away and had to come out and fetch it again, but we stay scoreless. We played 14 full minutes, working on number 15. It is Mishawaka Marian 0, Boone Grove 0. Of course, one goal could be enough to win it, just like we saw half an hour ago or so with Andrean booking their trip to the regional final.
Michael Miney, a junior, comes out of the lineup now for Boone Grove. Boy, good job by Rocha there to get right in front of Hartnagel. Well, Hartnagel's a tall drink of water, Tony, and also very quick in that front line.
Yeah, not really the sort of player you want. Not that there's anybody you want to let in front of you, but especially somebody that's built like that. That's dangerous both on the air and in the ground, and it's that fleet of foot.
On Taveros now with a cross on the play. It's going to be a dangerous opportunity and headed just over the near side by the Knights. They were onside on the play that time with Zach Combs. And check that, not Combs. That was Kyle Killaway, yeah. And Killaway with an opportunity there. He had his noggin right there at the upper 90 near side. Trapped on the play as they try to get it to Acevedo. Ohms is now up there, team with him, along with the tall drink of water, number 17, Austin Aguilera. Boone Grove with a lot of height on that front line, and they'll try to take advantage of that on some set pieces here. So doing the honors here in the midfield third, offensive end will be Andrew Ohms, number 12 for the Wolves. He tries to change the field on the indirect off to the far side. And they do save it over there. Good job by Varlin, and now they create the throw-in opportunity, and Cam will just go ahead and stay there and take it. Off the far touchline. Varlin looking for Aguilera, knocked down on the play, and the Knights trying to save a corner, and they do. Nicely done and deep in their own zone. That could have been the first set-piece opportunity for Boone Grove. Now the Knights come back on the counter. And the miss hit that time by the central midfielder, Isaac Torres Villa. will result in a Boone Grove throw-in. SC Revolution, a premier soccer club serving in Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland area, provides a local avenue of advancement for players, coaches, and parents looking to take their game to the next level. 3 new practice fields are currently in place at Hebron High School for training and support, with open tryouts coming this Sunday, October 20th, for ages 14 through 19. Check them out on the web at revolutionsoccer.info. That's revolutionsoccer.info, or call 219-240-5072 for more information. FC Revolution wishes their premier players Nico Acevedo, along with Austin Aguilera and Brad Kaminsky, and the rest of the Boone Grove Wolves the best of luck in their quest for a Class 1A boys soccer regional championship. Midfield third now for the Knights. Good job of back checking out there by Andrew Ohms for the Wolves. And now they're going to call a push in the back on the Knights, as getting the gate that time will be Jose Ontiveros, the sophomore.
Third foul called against Marian. None yet on Boone Grove, at least that we noticed in time to mark in the book. But, Mike, it feels like, unlike the first game we had, Andre, coming in as a real favorite, you've got both teams know they can win this, but nobody's sort of under that impression that it's theirs for the taking.
Well, the Ohms boys will try to get something working here in the midfield third with Andrew. Looking off the far side on the play to Aguilera. A lot of firepower up top with Aguilera with 15 goals and 20 assists. Andrew Ohms with 8 and 4. And Austin Aguilera with 19 goals and 8 assists on the season for Boone Grove. Now there's a nice through ball off the right wing on the play. Tipping it a little bit too far to himself there was Cam Varlin. And I think they may even had him offside on the far side, but nonetheless, Coulter was not taking any chances.
I think they did have him offside. They had the hand up for the indirect kick, which would indicate it was offside. But with Marian possessing the ball anyway, it didn't make much of a difference.
Torres now with a centering pass. There's an opportunity for the right short side, a shot, and a goal! Kyle Kilroy, the sophomore, is able to sneak it in on the play for the goal for the Knights. And Kilroy gets his 3rd goal of the year. He went short side that time, Tony, and that totally got Nate Miller off his line.
18 minutes and 40 seconds or so had elapsed as he was able to poke it in off the right post. Who did you give the assist to, Mike?
I think it was Kevin Torres, number 7, that got the assist on that.
That makes as much sense as anything I could come up with. So in minute number 19, it's 1-0 Marian.
So a good through ball there on the right wing by Torres, as he gets his 3rd helper of the season, and Kilauea made no mistake about it.
And it looks like we've got some sort of a hang-up with the clock. It didn't stop quite right away after the. It didn't stop. It didn't stop quite right away off of the goal. They're going to put 21-48 back on, and well. That's going to be Boone Grove's job to put the goal behind them.
Right, and Nate Miller, I think Tony was expecting him to go far side on that shot by Kilauea, and he elected to go short side, and Nate was kind of moving to his right, and the ball came back to the left.
Yeah.
So Boone Grove now finds himself in a 1-0 hole here. And the Mishawaka Marian Knights will try to regroup here and make sure that they keep the aggression going on right now, which they've been able to hold so far here in the first half of play. And now a foul is going to be called on Boone Grove's number 5 here on the left wing. That is Matt Wright, the sophomore. So another opportunity here for the Knights and Kyle Kilauea. So Kilauea gets his 4th goal of the year. And he will go now around the 2-man Wolf wall. Jared Wood over there along with Andrew Ohms. They go instead short on the play on the wing. Here's the cross on the play, and it goes over the crossbar by number 6, Zach Combs, deep in Wolf territory. FC Revolution, a premier soccer club serving the Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland area, provides a local avenue of advancement for players, parents, and coaches looking to take their game to the next level. 3 new practice fields are currently in place at Hebron High School for training and support, with open tryouts coming up up this Sunday, October 20th, for ages 14 to 19. Check them out on the web at revolutionsoccer.info or call 219-240-5072 for more information. FC Revolution wishes their premier players Nico Acevedo, along with Austin Aguilera and Brad Kaminsky, and the rest of the Boone Grove Wolves the best of luck in their quest for a Class 1A Boys Soccer Regional Championship.
Mike, in the midst of the ad copy, it's knocked out of bounds. I think it was Killalay again that had the chance for the to put it inside the right post, had it knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be the second Marian corner of the evening.
And it will be Killalay doing the honors to the far side of the play. Headed on the play and a save on the play by Miller on the shot that time off the noggin of Isaac Torres, the junior, for Mishawaka Marian. Now Boone Grove comes back on the counter looking for Acevedo. Nick trying to get in there. Combs just goes ahead and kicks it over the far touchline. It'll be an Austin Aguilera throw-in. Substitution now coming in off the near touchline for Boone Grove is Michael Miney, the junior, and he will come in replacing Jared Witt, the sophomore, for Boone Grove. Not a lot of seniors to announce out there, as now Aguilera ran out of real estate, and then the linesman just took a tumble right inside the pylon off the far side.
Yeah, unfortunately, we have video evidence of that. I think the officials, or at least one official, would prefer that the tape weren't rolling.
Now, a couple players coming in for the Knights is Matt Henry, a senior, along with Thomas Yergler, a senior. Yergler off the bench with 12 goals and 3 assists on the season, so we'll definitely keep an eye on number 17 out there for Mishawaka Marian. He goes with the reverse header right off the get-go, looking on the play in the offensive third for Cruz Juarez. Now Cruz Juarez got takedown. They say play on, then he goes ahead and chips it anyway, and Miller is able to make the stop as he cut down the angle on the right side of the mixer. Settled down now by Acevedo, but recovered by Marian. So they take it in on the play. Is coming in again is Yergler, trying to give it away to a teammate. They're going to call a horse collar there on Rocha for Boone Grove. And now the Knights with an excellent opportunity here just to the left of their goalkeeper, Nate Miller.
20 minutes to go, or 18 minutes, I should say, to go in the first half. Still working 1-0. And you know how I talked earlier about how it felt like it had been a fairly neutral game in terms of field possession? Definitely a Marian advantage in the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, they've kind of taken control here now. Here's Jose Ontiveros. He'll go around the 3-man wall. Centering pass deflected just past the near post on the play that time for Matt Henry. And they say it went off the rails and a result again in a corner kick here for the Knights. Back into the ball game now is Boniface Maguro, a junior, and exiting for the Knights would be Cruz Juarez. 1-0 lead for Mishawaka Marian. Doing the honors here on the near sideline will be Isaac Torres for the Knights. Here comes the cross. Miller comes out and kicks it out of harm's way. Then another shot to the far side is knocked down off the foot of number 14, Maguro. So they had a great opportunity there to deflect that one in with Miller out of the goal. Killalay picked up the goal earlier for the Knights.
Sounded like that one cleared out of play and bounced off the stairwell. A little bit of a xylophone effect going on outside.
Yeah, got that metal staircase to our immediate right. Now Miller trying to get some guidance out there from double threes for the Wolves. That's Tom Schaefer, the senior, getting the start there at that fullback position for the Boone Grove Wolves in the back line.
Don't see a whole lot of high school soccer programs whose uniforms go all the way up to 33.
Yeah, there's a few of them out there, not a lot, like you said. This Mishawaka Marian Knights team with a lot of numbers, a lot of kids in the program, and doing a great job under Ben Householder, who's been around for a long time. He's had a lot of success. They tried to go inside to the outside from Acevedo that time to Aguilera, but Austin was well offside. And Vicky and James Ohms, the parents of Andrew and David Ohms, are part of the Boone Grove Parents Boosters that are supporting the Wolves in their quest for regional success out here tonight, along with Marco and Colette Perez, the proud parents of Matt Perez, Amy Rocha, along with Bev Basha, the mother and grandmother of Austin Rocha, the fine star defender for Boone Grove. They'd like to congratulate coaches Brian Sherwin along with Marco Perez and the boys Boone Grove Wolves team. Good luck at regionals today. The parents are proud of their success of getting here and also the school's third trip in the last 3 years. Congratulations on a terrific 16-2 record and an enjoyable season to watch. 1-0 lead for Mishawaka Marian. The winner gets Andrean on Saturday night here on RRSN.com as Aguilera sees that pass from the left side go off from Andrew Holmes, go off him over the goal line.
15 minutes to go. So we are working now on minute number 26. And is Marian going to have to pull or do what Andrea never got the chance to and just hold the lead for the next, it'd be 55 minutes at this point? Because you haven't seen a lot of great opportunities since the one that went in.
Yeah, they're definitely not going to circle the wagons defensively. I guarantee you that, as Coulter picks it up at the 18 right now. They've got the firepower to be able to turn the heat up in the kitchen when you got a kid like Yerger coming off the bench with 12 goals on the year. Now Maduro got his pocket picked nicely by Holmes. 50-50 ball with Rocha there. Now Maduro trying to turn on the afterburners, trying to tip it past Miller, and a great job by Nate as he came out and deflected it past Boniface over the far touchline. Nice aggressive move that time by Nathan Miller. He did not stay back in the goal box. Now Boone Grove comes back on the counter. Acevedo gets his pocket picked right off the get-go by Jared Henry for the Knights. Now centering pass looking for Yergler, and Miller comes out at the 6 and smothers it. Now Andrew Holmes looking for Acevedo. Great job back there again by Verstate for the Knights. But they are solid in that back line with Fegley, Verstate, Henry, and Combs. Now right wing opportunity now for Zach Combs. His centering pass just looking for Yergler. Yergler going 50-50 there deep in Boone Grove territory with Miney. Now they bring it back to the 18. Centering pass now intercepted on the play by Aguilera for Boone Grove. He gets his pocket picked now by Kevin Torres for the Knights. Very impressed with Mishawaka Marian's speed as one of the Knights is right now down writhing in pain.
Is it McGowan in the midfield
third?
Oh, no, that's not him.
That's Verstate, I believe.
Verstate. Yeah, the clock has not yet been stopped. The official's going to have to come and investigate, although it almost looks like, there's not going to be much change in condition anytime soon. 12:39 to go, first half of play. It is Marian 1 and Boone Grove nothing.
Ben Householder now coming out and looking at his fallen comrade right now. And FC Revolution, a premier soccer club serving the Northwest Indiana and Chicagoland area, provides a local avenue for advancement for players, coaches, parents, and looking to take their game to the next level. 3 new practice fields are currently in place at Hebron High School for training and support, with open tryouts coming up this Sunday, October 20th, for ages 14 through 19. Check them out on the web at revolutionsoccer.info. That's revolutionsoccer.info, or call 219-240-5072 for more information. FC Revolution wishes the premier players Nico Acevedo, Austin Aguilera, Brad Kaminsky, and the rest of the Boone Grove Wolves the best of luck in their quest for a Class 1A boys soccer regional championship. Well, we're glad to report that Christian Verstate, the sophomore defender for Ben Householder, with a goal this season, will be able to walk off the field underneath his own power.
Looked like he went down going to his mouth on the way off of the field, which never a good sign, but then at least it's the mouth and not, say, the brain.
Wanted to make sure that all the cuspids were there in the mouth.
Ooh, cuspids, nice one.
Pete Reese still standing there on the far sideline as the Andrean 59ers have already punched their ticket. 313 career wins now for the skipper from Andrean, and he'll have a chance to go for his first regional championship in 17 years on Saturday.
And his final regional championship in 17 years.
Be a nice swan song for him to be able to pull that off. Now on the right wing on the play for the Knights is trying to cause some havoc over there is Matt Henry. And now he'll go with the throw-in on the play. Got it to Torres. Now at the 18 on the play. Gets through a couple defenders. Good weak side support out there by the Wolves, number 5, Matt Wright. So the Bulls pick up some real estate now with Austin Aguilera in the midfield third looking for Acevedo. Boy, they are just all over number 11 wherever he goes for Boone Grove.
And how can you not be?
They replace now, Zach Combs now has gone from his right fullback position to central defense. Now knocked out of there by Yergler, but recovered now by the Wolves. They now go up the right side on the play. Aguilera trying to go to the far side to Holmes. David now gives way on the play to the right wing and Cameron Varland. Little tip pass on the play by Aguilera looking for Acevedo. Knocked over the near touchline by David Holmes. Or checked that by the Knights. It'll be a throw-in for the Boone Grove Wolves, who come in 15 consecutive wins on the year and champions of their own sectional. Little tip pass. Now here's Acevedo coming in, and he's offside on the tip that time by number 4, Brad Kaminsky. So the two FC Revolution players trying to combine, but they were well offside.
5th offside called against Boone Grove this evening. Of course, only two of those in the last 20 minutes.
Vicky and James Ohms, the parents of Andrew and David Ohms. Marco and Colette Perez, the proud parents of Matt. Amy Rocha, along with Bev Besha, mother and grandmother of Austin Roach. They are all proud supporters of Boone Grove Wolves soccer, as now Coulter's going to come out and kick it out of harm's way for the Knights. And they are very proud of the effort of the 16-2 Wolves this season as they congratulate Brian Sherwin along with Marco Perez and the boys team and wish them luck at today's regional. They're great and very appreciative of the successes. Miller comes out and stuffs that ball right in the corner of the box as getting set to pounce on it was Matt Henry for the Knights. Now centering pass on the play. Aguilera coming in 1-on-4. He needs some help. Acevedo gives it to him. Centering pass and good job of weak side pursuit by Jack Ravato for the Knights.
It's going to be cleared out of bounds, and we get a substitution checking into the game. Looks like Root back in for Boone Grove. 9.5 minutes to go. It feels like just a couple of minutes ago, Mike, we were talking like 10 minutes into this game, and all of a sudden we're coming down to single digits till halftime.
Mighty is out of the lineup now for the Wolves. Now a miss it on the play. Aguilera had a chance to call it for a handball, and they're not going to get it. And they said it was inadvertent, or it didn't quite get Ravato's right hand. The Wolves had everybody's hand up on the play looking for a PK. Now there's a breakaway opportunity, and well offside was Yergler for the Knights.
That's 9 offside flags this evening between the two teams and 9 minutes to go till halftime.
Yeah, Yergler was well past the defenders when the ball made contact. So a free kick opportunity now for Boone Grove's number 4. That's Brad Kaminsky. As getting set to come back in for Mishawaka Marian is Cruz Juarez, their talented forward. Far side on the play now for David Ohms. Goes to the far touchline over there to Cam Varland. Knights now at a spinorama move in the midfield third on the play for Zach Combs. Now they're trying to get it up on the play to Boniface Maguro, and a good job again by Miller to punch it right away from Maguro. But Miller has had quite a few of those 50-50 balls right at the corner of the box. He's been very aggressive tonight.
The substitution into the game looked like was that 13 Ravato coming out as he's replaced by Juarez, number 26.
And good to see Verstadt back out there after that mouth injury. So yeah, the Knights have definitely been using their depth out here. They have a 1-0 lead on the goal by Killaway off the right side. As they got the great centering pass that time from Kevin Torres across the field to set him up. Now midfield third on the play for Mishawaka Marian's Matt Henry. Nice through ball on the play. And again, Miller comes out as Yergler was right there just outside the 6.
Not a great punt. It's going to come not even to the midfield stripe, although, of course, that is going into the wind for Boone Grove. And only now will they be able to get it back into sort of neutral turf and continue from there.
Nick Acevedo now trying to get some help. He does so in the midfield. Third one touch. They were looking for Aguilera. They also had a great pursuit there by Varlin in the offensive end. But now there's a steal on the play by Ritt for the Wolves. A slide tackle by the Knights. And there'll be a throw-in now for the Wolves. They've got Aguilera in the corner. Again, they go to Acevedo. There's a one-timer and a save on the play by Coulter as Nick Acevedo finally gets a shot on frame for the Wolves.
First one of the night. Of course, they've only given up 3. One of those went in, though, so it's hard to feel like it's just 3.
1-0 lead for Mishawaka Marian as they possess in the midfield area now with Torres. Now back into the ball game is Killaway for Mishawaka Marian, and coming out will be Henry for the Knights.
Looks like we're going to throw in from 30 yards out or so. Marian trying to get an insurance goal here before halftime. 6:07 to go in the half, and that will be unsuccessful out of bounds for a goal kick.
Wonder if Pete Reist has seen enough as he comes down here to the goal line. I'm sure that coaches, once they see a team for a few minutes, they have a pretty good idea what they're up against.
Well, I mean, he did just walk out of the entrance gate between the facility and the parking lot. So you have to think that Coach Reist has seen enough, and he knows what he's doing for Saturday.
Here's Killaway now cross well over the head of Yergler. And now chasing it down is Torres off the far side. Let's see, he may have gotten himself a corner kick. He certainly did. So Killaway will come over here now to the far side. Or let's see if they'll have Torres take it. No, they're going to go ahead and give it to Killaway on a play. And it doesn't look like they're going to play short here because there's nobody there.
At least not intentionally. Might slip or something.
Yeah, it's possible, but right now they look like for about 5 or 6 players at the 18. Here it comes now down the hill on the play. It's a good bender to the weak side. Miller had to get his hands on that one, and now Nathan comes up and picks it right off the noggin and then slings it on the fly looking for Acevedo. Ooh, a great defensive play there by Verstedt. 2 number 11s going at it there in the offensive portion, midfield third. Now they look on the throw, and Aguilera got a half a step on the defender. Coming in with the right foot at the mixer on the play. Centering pass knocked down on the play as they were looking in the midfield third there for Holmes. Now the Wolves trying to get something going, and they got their pocket pick now, and they bring it back to Killaway. Looking for Yergler. Solid job by Rocha to knock it over the near touchline. It'll be a throw-in for Mishawaka Marian. 1-0 lead for the Knights. The winner takes on Andrean on Saturday night right here on RSN.com. Little flick shot that Miller will come on and grip before the cross can get onto the noggin there of Cruz Juarez for Mishawaka Marian.
Miller's a little bit of a rare breed between the pipes. He's got one of the few guys that I've seen who is actually basically throwing the ball overhand.
Right,
more like he'd pitch a baseball than you're used to seeing keepers who throw the ball distributed more like a softball delivery.
0.78 goals against average with 100 saves this season for the junior. 23 goals allowed in 18 games. He's also pitched 8 shutouts for this Boone Grove team, which has won 15 matches in a row, but they trail this one 1-0.
Coming down to the final 3 minutes before halftime, a little bit outside of that, and we've reverted back to a much more midfield-oriented game. Corner kick a couple of minutes ago excluded, but neither team really been able to get down inside the 18, 20 yards off the goal.
Now Killaway centering pass knocked down nicely by Rocha for the Wolves, and now Jared Ritt comes back on the counter for the blue and white. Jared Ritt now in the midfield third. Spinorama move, got some offensive support now from Andrew Holmes. Back over now to David. Long centering pass looking for Aguilera, and he's offside on the left wing, and Austin begging his case to the linesman. He's not going to win that argument.
No, you're never going to win an offside argument. I mean, that's basically the single thing the linesman is there for. You're not going to give up their one responsibility to somebody else who, isn't nearly as objective as they will be.
Now here's David Holmes trying to turn the afterburners on the right wing for Boone Grove. They trail 1-0. Tried to go with a delay move off the far side, but the Knights, number 3 out there, Eric Figley, was not buying it. Now Aguilera with a reverse header looking on the play. Now Wood, centering pass again, a good job of knocking it down at the defense by the Knights, number 6, that's Zach Combs. Now they got an opportunity for Acevedo as he got back onside, but the pass was a little bit too hard, and it rolled right into the hands of Chris Coulter for the Knights. Yergler now with a centering pass. Ritt is back there defensively for Boone Grove as they move from right to left on your laptop. Now a long centering pass goes just over the near touchline. It'll be a throw-in now for Mishawaka Marian.
Down to a minute and a half before halftime. Really about the time where you're going to start seeing some last-ditch efforts, maybe some things going awry as you look to basically muster all of your resources toward putting a ball in the net before the break.
Yep, and of course this is where the mental and physical fatigue comes into play. Now Holmes with a little tip pass on the play, knocked down defensively by the Knights. Jared Ritt now trying to seal off on the far side, is trying to get in there on the play as Hartnagel back into the ball game for Mishawaka Marian. Austin now on the left wing trying to get the right foot free with 1 minute remaining. Here's a centering pass by Torres at the 18. They try to turn on the ball. Now Hartnagel comes in and Miller comes all the way out, but he cannot avoid the corner now for Killalea and the Knights.
44 seconds left in the first half as Killalea is going to take the corner kick from the left side.